In a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing this week, a heated exchange unfolded over the removal of climate change from the 2025 annual threat assessment. The omission marks a break from over a decade of precedent and sparked questions about shifting national security priorities.
I want to move on one note that surprised me. I've been on this committee now this is my 13th year. Every single one of these reports that we have had has mentioned global climate change as a significant national security threat, except this one. Has something happened? Has global climate change been solved? Why is that not in this report? And who made the decision that it should not be in the report when it's been in every one of the 11 prior reports?
I can't speak to the decisions made previously, but this annual threat assessment has been focused very directly on the threats that we deem most critical to the United States and our national security. Obviously, we're aware of occurrences within the environment and how they may impact operations, but we're focused on the direct threats to safety, well-being, and security.
How about how they will impact mass migration, famine, dislocation, political violence, which is the finding, by the way, of the 2019 annual threat assessment under the first Trump administration? You don't consider that a significant national security threat?
For the intelligence community, being aware of the environment that we're operating in is a given. What I focused this annual threat assessment on, and the IC focused this threat assessment on, are the most extreme and critical direct threats to our national security.
Let me ask a direct question. Who decided climate change should be left out of this report after it's been in the prior 11? Where is that decision?
I gave direction to our team at ODNI to focus on the most extreme and critical national security threats.
Does the direction include no comments on climate change?
Senator, as I said, I focused on the most extreme and direct national security threat.
That's not a response to my question. Did you instruct that there be no finding in terms of climate change in this report?
I don't recall giving that instruction.
Senator Angus King expressed frustration and disbelief at the change, asking repeatedly why climate change, previously listed as a security concern in 11 consecutive reports, was excluded. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard responded that the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, prioritized the most extreme and critical national security threats in this year's assessment. When pressed by King about whether she had instructed her team to remove climate change, Gabbard replied, "I gave direction to our team at ODNI to focus on the most extreme and critical national security threats." Asked again if she ordered climate change to be excluded, she said, "I don't recall giving that instruction." King referenced earlier reports, including one from 2019, which highlighted the national security risks of climate-driven events such as mass migration, famine, and political instability. Every single one of these reports has mentioned global climate change as a significant national security threat, except this one, King said. Gabbard stood firm in her response. For the intelligence community, being aware of the environment that we're operating in is a given, she said. What I focused this annual threat assessment on, and the IC focused this threat assessment on, are the most extreme and critical direct threats to our national security. Observers noted the exchange as symbolic of a broader ideological shift. Under the current administration, the national security framework has been redirected toward tangible and imminent threats, including transnational crime networks, cyber attacks, and hostile foreign actors. Gabbard's approach drew praise in some quarters as a recalibration of priorities. Supporters argued that it brought focus back to real-time dangers and away from politically charged, long-term projections. "This is a serious document for serious threats," one intelligence analyst said off the record. "It's not meant to chase speculative futures, it's meant to warn the country." The moment captured both ideological tension and a clash of threat perception in U.S. intelligence. King's persistence and Gabbard's refusal to expand the report scope to include climate change signaled a deeper debate on what the nation should consider an urgent threat.